Challenging.
Afepe kijana.
Vizuri sana.
Pastor Winston.
Yes.
Hi, yo.
I'm doing amazing.
Now I have a few questions
Okay.
concerning the youth department. Maswali mboga mboga tu.
Shoot them.
Yes. First one. What challenges do you think the youth are facing today?
In the current times, the youths are facing a lot of challenges, a variety of them. But on top of the list is usually, in many cases, peer pressure. And this comes in with the youths always trying to have an identity that gels with the rest, and to have that sense of belonging. So you find that a lot of times the youth will have that identity crisis because they're trying to find something that goes well with the rest, so that they feel like they belong in such a time. In such a time that they are building their character.
What other challenges can you mention?
Other challenges, maybe we'll talk about spiritual growth. They face a little bit of challenge because you see, with the changing generation, and the development of social media and all this information coming through, they tend to try and look at things in a different way from how the rest have been. So they face a challenge in that they really want to grow, but the system that has been there before really is not fitting with them.
Talking about systems.
Yes.
What challenges do they face in terms of the system of our church today?
Well, as one of our church elders says, we have the Tukutenreza generation, and then we have now the Gen Z generation. There is a disparity between the older generation, people who grew up with keshas, people who grew up with speaking in tongues, and read the Bible, and you have to pray, you have to go a certain way. Whereas with them, they are a little bit more open-minded. They are more curious. They really question why is something the way it is. So that disparity, that difference is a big challenge between the older system and the new one. So there tends to be friction between the two.
Now, how do you ensure that you offer quality ministry to the youth?
So with the youth, it is a little bit simpler yet complex. For them, you have to be engaging just as you do the children. You have to be engaging, you have to be present, and you have to be willing to listen and to hear their point of view, and then direct them into the right direction. Yes.
Specifically in your church,
Yes.
how do you ensure quality ministry to your own youth? What are some of the steps you've taken? A few.
The steps that we have taken is that we have created an avenue for the youths to serve first and foremost. So for them, this is for them to feel like they belong and to have that belonging feeling. And then now in those ministries, we have ministries like ushering, we have praise and worship, we have discipleship, we have intercessory, we have the hospitality ministry. So in these ministries, we also break it down to individuals in that we have leaders who also act as ministers to them, and we also tend to disciple them in ministry, and also tend to disciple them in the word.
Very nice.
Yes.
So, talking about theological schools, what do you think they should do in order to train more young students?
To train more young students,
Or to have more young students interested.
Okay. I think what they need to do, or what we need to understand, is that there is a different system that is in place. These are more curious ladies and gents, and these are ladies and gents who want more engagement. So I think if we come to their level, into the local churches, and talk to them, and maybe prod them, and then we will get more and more people coming in.
All right.
Yes.
Now, from your experience, what do you think the local church
Yes.
should do in order to establish a strong youth ministry? Give me like as many points as you can.
I think with them, the biggest thing with the youth is that sense of belonging. So at the topmost point of the list should be having a system that is involving them in service, be it having a praise and worship, be it having special programs for them. For example, you see, Paul says that I write to you because you are young and you're full of energy. We could also have missions teams that are for the youth. We could also have ministries that are generated for the youth. We can use sports. For example, in our church, we have a very vibrant sports team. We have games that we do. We have volleyball, we have football, and we compete. We also have table tennis. We have a lot of things that are engaging. But paramount to all this initiative, we have to remember that Christ is on top of the list. So during these games, during these matches, during these endeavors that we undertake, we always make sure that Christ is at the top of the list.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Do you have additional opinions?
I think my opinion is the church of tomorrow is now. And we start building strong youth ministries so that we carry on the gospel. And we have to remember that we are called from the darkness into the light to proclaim the wonderful deeds of God.
Amen. Thank you very much for your time, and may God bless you.